Salvation unto you all. Takus lay attack unknown to sit here and black at like a crack at it. Let's talk about it.
And you got Stephen Josie, the one and only.
Talk to him.
All right, so for today's video, we're going to talk about commitment, motivation, discipline, and failure, and ways that we recommend you can overcome all those issues and all those failures with a daily planner.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. So a lot of people have goals that they want to achieve. Most people, 99% of them, don't achieve them. Now, some would say, oh, I don't have enough motivation to achieve those goals.
Or I don't know how to achieve those goals.
I would argue that the biggest problem that you guys have is a lack of discipline and a lack of structure. And we're not perfect. Believe me, you guys, there's plenty of videos on here. You can see us lying out of our assholes saying that we're going to do something, and we never do it.
Not no more, though.
We started book club after book club after book club.
Adrian, our book club is strong. We are strong.
Wait.
Hey, yo, lying.
All right, he's right. I am strong.
We are the book club.
We are strong. You know what? He got a point. He got a point. Hey, he does have a point. So it's not that. What the problem is that we broke to you guys that we said we're going to keep you guys updated, and we haven't done that. But that's because we have a lack of discipline, a lack of structure.
Facts.
But we now have that, and here's how we achieved it, or here's how we plan on achieving it going forward, is with a daily planner. So I'll let you kick it off with yours first.
Okay, so my daily planner, you guys see my videos before that I have chosen different planner books. A lot of them doesn't really push me in the direction of actually achieving much. It's more like write down, see tomorrow. It's like it wasn't tangible. Like I didn't feel nothing when I was doing it. I was more like I'm just writing stuff down. Yeah. Like in class your teacher brainstorm where you're writing it like, hey, what else? That's how I felt. So I didn't get nothing out of it. But the journal that I have right now is super dope. Like I've been knocking stuff down. So here's what make this.
Let me ask you this: why did you pick that journal?
So again, like I said, it leads you to a step-by-step process of how to reach your major goal. So again, like everybody has big goals. Like for instance, say you want to own a mansion or whatever. You're not gonna just buy a mansion. There's gonna be steps for you to reach that level to get that mansion. Hey, I gotta get a better job. Hey, I gotta work this amount of hours. Hey, I gotta get my credit on point. All these steps, then you reach your major goal. This planner book actually does that for you. Also, it teaches balance. Again, I know you're gonna disagree with this because you're a follower of Grant Cardone. He don't agree with balance. You know what I'm saying? But for those that trying to live a well-developed life, also including spiritual, this book is for you. So, anywho, with that being said, let's get into it. Hold on one second. So, this book, it comes with a monthly calendar. So, again, you're going to set aside a thing that you want to do by the end of the month. And also, it has a daily calendar for what you want to achieve for that day. So, let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to show you guys a blank page. One second. You got your little monthly calendar, you know what I'm saying? So example for me, in this month, I'm trying to go to Georgia actually. I'm trying to go meet up with my teacher actually. So that's on one of my pages. But more importantly, let's get into the daily stuff. So everybody has a main goal for the day. And the thing is, a lot of people don't jot them down. I'm more convinced that people are afraid of commitment. That's the reason why they don't use planners in the first place. They want to get in touch with reality. If you write it down, it resonate with your brain more, and then you're more likely to get it done. But people are actually afraid to put that work in there and reach that goal.
Well, I think about it in a different way.
Talk to them.
It's not that they're afraid to make a commitment.
They're afraid.
I don't think so. I think making the commitment is easy. Holding yourself accountable and then reflecting on whether you got that stuff done, that's the hard part.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. So anywho, so every Monday or every Sunday I review. It'll be this week's goals. So for me, this week's goal will be like I'm trying to figure out a way to better my credit. So in the year, I want my credit to be at 800 bare minimum. With using this planner book, my credit score has now gone to like a 720 or something like that. Pretty decent. I got ways to go, but without using this planner book, I probably wouldn't have cheated because I wrote down the steps it would take for me to reach that goal. So anywho, for this week's, what like for example would be for this week, call the credit bureaus and figure out what is going on with my credit, or even start to open up a Credit Karma account to see what's going on with my credit. So that will be the first step. Also, right now I'm currently reading a book a week, so that will be one of my goals of finishing a book. So this is this week's priorities. This is when you write down a list of things that you deem as important. So let's say, for instance, you want to pay off a credit card, and this week you want to do better at work, talk to your boss, all these things. That's when you write down that's those type of specific goals. Work to do, same thing, but it gets a little bit more in depth. In this book, I make it a point to make sure I don't leave much empty space, because I want to have so many things to do that it gets overwhelming. Because if I honestly, if you write down 2 goals, whatever, if you even achieve 1 goal, you're working towards that direction. So if I write down more things, I can shoot for more stuff. Even if I don't achieve it, I've knocked down at least 1 or 2 of those things that I'm looking to accomplish. Personal goals. This would be like knock out some bills, spend some more time with my brother, spend time with my family, these type of things. But to make this book, why I make it so important will be the balance portion of it. It puts you in the direction of how to achieve balance in life. So first thing would be like health and fitness. I don't think anybody should be walking around with titties. You know what I'm saying? Would you agree with that? Hey, see, here's the thing. Everybody has a specific look they're looking to achieve. And a lot of times they put that on the back burner. But again, without having health, you could possibly die sooner, so you won't reach any of those goals. So you want to be able to be on point with how you look, because the way you look is how you present yourself on a consistent basis. It's how people would treat you. So anywho, health and fitness. So for me, I'm trying to be 230 swole. The next one will be family and friends. So I have family and friends that I don't always talk to that I should, because I'm spending more time on myself, or I'm spending more time on my work. I want to make it a point to spend more time with them. So I have a client that is like, I consider a family friend, the old lady client. She's the key to us succeeding in real estate. She's on my goal to make sure that I'm keeping in contact with her, keeping in touch with her, spending time with her. Not saying that I don't want to, is again, life gets ahead of me and I don't spend those time with those people. So I make it a point to spend time with them. Romance relationships. Again, if you want to go on a date with your go on a date, spend some time with whatever you want to do, whatever your preference is. I ain't here to judge. Also, fun and recreation. So again, we want to have something that we want to do for our personal time, something we find amusing. So for us, let's say we want to go play Smash Bros with TDR. That would be something that we'll put down. So that'll be spending some time that we consider fun. Personal development. So right now I'm trying to learn 2 languages by the end of the year. So I am going to write down these are the goals I want. Last but not least, spiritual development. Without spiritual development, I feel like you're not reaching your highest potential. With that being said, I'm going to add to this little book real quick. This one, lost it. This is as to will be the meditation book. So here's the thing, guys. When it comes to meditation, it's a way to look inwards, see what's going on with yourself, and how to reflect on what's going on. A lot of us have goals, but we don't even really see the main vision. So we're just constantly just writing things down, but we don't see it. So when I'm spending personal time with myself, meditating for 10 to 20 minutes, whatever that may be, I'm actually now seeing the things I'm visualizing, things I'm looking to achieve.
So let me cut you off, man.
Elbow me.
My bad. So I got juice, man. I got juice. So you're saying this.
Shoulder up.
You're saying this. Beyond just writing the goals down, it's important to take time out of your day to sit still and visualize.
Yes. Because that's like in this book hard. Also in this book, it actually puts up a portion where you can do like a visualization board. Have you done that before? I've never done it before.
I've done it before.
So with a visualization board,
what is it called?
Our goal board. So again, it's like we see these things, but you don't really see them. So you want to spend time actually looking at it, because when I meditate, I'm actually looking at the car that I see myself driving. I see the family that I have. I see my bank account with all them zeros and commas. I see this mansion. I actually want to mulch in front of my mansion as well. So I see these things. So what happens is when you're seeing these things in meditation, you get inspired to wake up the next morning and work towards those goals. Just writing them down I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but when you write them down, you you see the words, you don't see the actual image. So when you're taking time to visualize on it, you get more. It's a different type of energy you get when you start to see the actual outcome of your hard work.
You bring a real good point, because a planner in itself, when you do it every day, at some point you can become a robot to it.
Yeah.
But setting time out of your day to like actually visualize it and feel it.
Yeah.
Because of course when you write down your goal the first time, you're gonna feel that stuff.
For sure.
When you move to day
30, 40, 50,
you're gonna be like, oh man, these
I'm just
are the
writing
same
stuff
goals.
down.
Yeah, I'm just doing it to do it.
The best way I could put it is when it comes to like a painter. When a painter is writing, when they're drawing a ocean, like they can literally see the ocean moving. They can see the waves without them being there. They actually can kind of like, even like if they visualize hard enough, they can actually smell, because the smell that the painter is drawing, they want to put that impact in the painting. So they can visualize it so strong as if they're there. When you're meditating, you want to do the same thing. You want to visualize as if it's actually there, not just a dream. You actually can see it. Also, more importantly, is you get the time to reflect on your actions of that day. So when you're writing all these goals down, you're like, this is what I want to achieve, this is what I want to achieve. And then at the end of the night, you achieve nothing. Take your time to meditate and sit. Let that emotion sit on yourself. You'll realize that damn. Our dog's eating people right now. When you write down those goals and then you don't achieve those goals, that emotion sits with you. You get a little angry, a little frustrated, a little sad, a little disheartened, because you when you wrote that thing down, you visualize yourself at your highest level of consciousness as a person. And then when you look back at you achieve nothing, it sits with you a little differently. So in tune, you should take that same energy and work harder the next day. Go ahead. That's what I got from my planner. But drop down what you got.
Okay, so for my planner, I have the 10X Planner by Grant Cardone.
Uncle G.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Grant Cardone, he's the greatest salesperson on planet Earth. You know, like that's my guy, my mentor. I look up to him. I clearly, by the life that I'm living, you know, this dangerous thug life that I'm living, I don't listen to him as much as I should. But the advice I have taken from him and applied has, you know, made my life, or made my income grow to levels that I never really thought possible in such a short time. Just a quick example. I used to make...
How old are you?
I'm 31.
31, okay.
So you don't even seem like my brother. Who are you? All right, so at one point in my time, I was making $23,000 an hour.
Poor.
I listened to Grant. He highly recommend, hey, get a sales job. I get a sales job. I double my income, making $46,000.
Like Uncle G, like the information Uncle G has taught my brother, like transcended onto me, because I know before I worked at PetSmart making like 20 something, 15. I don't know. It was super low. Like I can't even fathom how I even survived for living with the little bit of money I was getting from these small jobs. And once my brother told me about sales as a job, sales is what you got to get into. Like before, I didn't realize how important sales was. And all of a sudden, like at one point, I'm not sure if you remember this, like we were sending each other checks about how much money we were making. It was like my brother sent me this check. I'm like, oh my, you can make that much money? And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go to work the next day and go hard if I can make more money. So we were like constantly going back and forth about like on a beautiful thing about having a sales job and how much money you can achieve, because I didn't think I could nowhere near make as much money as I did last year compared to what I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want to make this super sales related, but I told both of my brothers this. Hey,
you only got one.
Okay, my bad. The other brother don't count. I told both of them this. Hey, quit your job. And they were retort back with, oh, but I don't have another job. Like, hey, your job pays you so much trash. You shouldn't don't forget the money. Don't get any money from them. Just get another job. Yeah. With that being said, let's get into the planner.
Yeah.
All right, so the 10X planner is broken down into two parts. The first part is broken down into 3-hour blocks. So, for example, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Now, what Grant wants you to do in this planner is he wants you to fill those 3-hour blocks with as much as you can. He understands that you may not be able to get to all of it. However, at least you have a plan. Like, hey, I want to achieve this much stuff in this 3-hour block. And for whatever you don't achieve, you can always move it forward to the very next day. Now, that part's pretty simple. It's not hard. Easy. Let's move on to the second part, which I think is the most important. So in the second part of the planner, that's a child. That's a child. Got a hold of my planner. So, but here's the beautiful part of it. Ignore that SpongeBob doodle right there. All right, so the most important part to me is writing down your goals. Now, you guys know, you're probably one of those people, you write down your goals, you know, a minimum of once a year. Nah. Grant, that's the 10X man.
Every January.
Every January, you buy a gym membership and you only go for like a week and then you quit. Okay, cool. You're like me. That's fine. That's fine. You're normal. But Grant doesn't want us to be normal. So
10X, baby.
So in this planner, he requires you to write down your goals a minimum of once a day. One when you wake up and one when you go to sleep. So for example, in this, and by the way, the way he wants you to write your goals is not, hey, I want to not eat chocolate today, or hey, I want to do laundry. No. These goals are big, giant goals. Something.
Give me an example.
Example is this. You want to write down a goal as if you already achieved it and if there was no possible chance of failure. So
that's hard.
For me, I put in here, I'll just give you guys two of them. I put, you know,
don't be a pussy.
No, I didn't put that. I put.
Who wrote that?
Huh?
Who wrote that? I
missed that part. I don't even say that part. All right. Anyway, so one of the mini goals that I have is I want to be able to take my family and friends. I'm not talking about one or two or three. I'm talking about as many as I can think of on vacation every single quarter, all expense paid. I want to be able to do that for you. It's definitely possible. I want to be able to own 100 units of apartments.
That's a lot. We got that, though.
I'm telling you, we can do it, man. We can do it. The goal, and not only do he want you to write the goals, giant goals, but he wants you to write them as if you already have it. If you're 700 pounds right now, you write, hey, I'm 170. You'll never be 170 with all that skin, but you know what I'm saying?
Great.
All right, so let's get down to the next part. Next part is the quote of the day. Now, the quote of the day can be something you read, something you saw on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, or you can come up with your own. In this particular case, as Nasut pointed out, don't be a pussy. Now, previously, I'm sure the day before that, I probably quit on something. I probably quit on something.
Hey, but that's still, again, I go back to that you realized that, like, you thought about it, realized that you set a certain goal and you didn't achieve it, whatever that may be.
Exactly.
So the next day you're like, don't do that again, pretty much.
Yeah, and this builds strength, because the counters build strength, because you can go back and hold yourself accountable and know that you're a loser and know that you quit. It's okay. We all are losers and we all quit, but the winners can get back on the horse sooner than the losers can.
Yep.
So moving forward, we got targets. There's a portion in the calendar called targets, and these are the things you want to achieve for the day. So me being in the sales industry, I work for T-Mobile, B2B sales. A lot of my targets are sales oriented. So in this particular case, I want to make 30. I want to make 30 cold calls. I want to make 2 solid appointments. You know, I want to finish paperwork. You can put, you know, family goals in there too. Like, for instance, today I want to make sure I give my wife 10 kisses before the day concludes.
That's a lot.
I failed. I reached numbers. I think I reached I got 50% of the way, and I said, man, fuck these kisses. I'm a loser. But I don't want to be a loser, so at some point I'm about to go there and fulfill that.
I got 20 in a row.
No, I put it 10. I got 5 more. I got 5 more.
Okay.
So, and then every day should require some sort of reflection. You got to reflect on the wins you made. Like, you want to reflect on those things. So for successes, you want to say the things you did. You want to say, hey, I actually made 30 phone calls. You know, I woke up and I did my morning exercise. Hey, I didn't have a cheat meal. Or, you know, I completed my meal preparation and I ate healthily throughout the day. You want to write that stuff down, because that stuff carries over to the next day. Beautiful. And then finally, but not least, is before you go to bed every night. Because like I said, Grant wants you to write your goals down at least 2 times a day. At least 2 times a day. You want to write your goals down, your big giant goals down before you go to sleep. So when you go to sleep, you're thinking like, oh man, the next day I want to achieve those things. You wake up and you get the calendar going once again.
So that's what we've been doing lately. So I know you guys be like, oh, y'all be saying this, but we don't be doing it. So what we're gonna be doing to show you guys that we about it, and hope you guys are following suit. I want you guys to follow us on our social media. I'll leave a link in the description. So again, I tend to wake up at 4:30 in the morning every day, 3:30 or 4:30. That's when I start to get to spending at least 10 minutes to start jotting in here, and then spending about 10-15 minutes actually meditating. So I post it every day on my social media. So if you guys want to see that I'm actually doing these things, and I might just making a video once every blue moon. And
last video posted a month ago.
Yeah, every blue moon, you guys see that I'm putting putting that work in action. That pain in, and you guys can hopefully follow suit and tag me in because I want to see if you guys putting that work in too. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm assuming that you will be doing this. Moving forward.
Yeah, what I'll be doing. So I'm committed. I'm committed. This book right here. I'm committed to the 10-year plan. The 10-year plan is I want to wake up and get my exercise going at 5 a.m. every single day. I'm doing this for 10 years, and let's see what happens. I want to write down my goals, my plan for the day, every single day for 10 years, and on top of that, every morning I want to post something I read from, whatever book I decided to read for the month.
Perfect. So this last little summary. I promise you guys this gives you guys a planner book, something that you guys can stick to. Because again, if you're jotting down all these to-do listing, if you even knock down one or two of those things, you're gonna make you put you further into reaching your goals. So take the time to get your planner book and be more mindful of what you're doing throughout the day, so you can start reaching your goals. Anything else?
Nah, man, that's it. Man.
With that being said, salvation unto you all. Well, I do. I'm out.
Peace.